Welcome and thank you for joining today. We're going to start in a comfortable seat. Bring your spine tall. Bring your hands to the tops of your legs. Roll your shoulders down your back. Maybe tuck your chin a little bit. Close the eyes. Settle in. Have a few deep breaths, breathing from the pelvis into the belly, into the chest, all the way up to your collarbones will lift. Maybe exploring this breath a little bit, noticing the effects it has on your body and your mind. We'll start with a special breath today. It's called Bhastrika breath. You can bring your hands to either side of your belly, and for Bhastrika breath, we're going to be doing equal inhale and equal exhale of approximately 1 second long. And you're going to be focusing on your belly. So you might notice your hands kind of inflating on the inhale and then coming back in on the exhale as you squeeze the air out. We'll do 10 rounds. When you finish your 10, you can relax your hands down. Maybe notice how that breath made you feel. Has a tendency of bringing some heat into the belly. You can flutter the eyes open, reach both hands up overhead. Maybe interlace the fingers, flip the palms so they're face upward. Draw circles with the hands. Inhale as your hands are going back, exhale as they're coming forward. And we'll switch directions. You can relax your hands by your sides. And then placing your left hand on the floor lightly. You're going to be light on these fingertips. Right hand's going to reach up. Inhale. And kind of find a side bend here, reaching over. Maybe turn your head, look towards your inner elbow. And your next exhale, coming back to center. We'll switch sides, so light on the fingertips again. Left arm reaches up. Inhale. And find that side bend. You can turn your head again. Have a few breaths. And your next exhale, bringing you back to center once again. We're going to make our way into tabletop position or on your hands and knees. Tops of the feet are flat on the floor. Wrists are underneath of shoulders, knees underneath of hips. Fingers are spread wide. Inhale, tailbone tips upward. Belly's going to drop downward. Head tips up as well. Exhale, rounding, tucking the tail. Head's going to shoot between your shoulders, looking between the knees. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, rounding, pushing the floor away. You can pass through your cat-cows on your own. Close your eyes. You can find a neutral spine. From here, you're going to turn and look over your right shoulder, making a C shape with the spine, so your right hip and right shoulder will come closer together. Feel an opening on the left side. Inhale. Exhale, make your way back to center. Other side. Inhale, back to center again. Excellent. Next is going to be joyful pose. So you're going to extend your right leg out. Walk your hands over towards the left side. Plant your left hand so it's going to be in line. This left hand, your left knee and your right foot are all going to be in one straight line. Inhale, reach your right hand up to the sky. Look at your hand. Push your hips up to the sky. Breathing. Your next exhale can bring you back to center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you can tuck that leg in. Left leg is going to extend out, walking the hands over. Right hand plants, find that straight line. And then inhale, breathe in, reach up. Push those hips up to the sky. Turn your head up towards your left arm. Try to breathe from your pelvis all the way to your collarbones. Next exhale brings you back to center again. And you'll be in your all fours position. From here, we're going to walk our hands forward a hand's worth of space. Fingers are still spread wide. Tuck your back toes under. Make your way into a downward dog. Sending the hips back, straightening the legs a little bit. You can have a good bend in the knees still. From here, we're going to bend both of our knees and then extend them. So inhale, bend, and exhale, extending. Maybe sending your hips back a little bit more, feeling a good stretch in the arms. You can do 3 in a row. And we'll walk it out. So bending one leg and then the other. Maybe let your hips sway side to side a little bit. Waking up the body. You can come up onto your tippy toes and maybe rotate your ankles a little bit. Just doing what feels good for you. Excellent. From here, we'll inhale and find a high plank. Exhale as you drop both knees to the floor. Inhale in this position. Exhale as you lower your belly down to the floor as well. Inhale, lifting, peeling the chest up off the mat ever so slightly. Look up. Exhale, roll it back down. You're going to push into your hands and make your way into child's pose. Sending the hips all the way back. If you want, you can flip your palms face up and give your wrists a little bit of a break, or reach your hands far ahead of you. We're slowly going to sit up for a moment. Bring your hands together. Just give our wrists a little bit of love. So you can draw figure 8s with the hands. And then separating the hands and just kind of flicking each finger. Awesome. Now coming back into our tabletop position, we're going to find a downward dog one more time. And walking our feet towards our hands. And finding our forward folds. So for forward fold, feet will be hip width distance apart. Legs are bent, belly is touching your thighs. Head is relaxed down, upper body is entirely relaxed. Arms, shoulders, head. Have a few breaths. You can sway side to side if you want to, or stay still. Inhale as you find a halfway lift, so straight legs, straight spine, at kind of 90 degrees here. And pulling the shoulder blades together behind you. Exhale, roll it back down to your forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, straight legs, straight spine. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, full breath's going to bring you up to standing. Reach both hands up overhead, full body stretch. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Excellent. We're going to start a little bit of a flow. So we're at the front of our mats. Maybe spread your toes, notice your feet. Lighten the knees. And tucking your tail a little bit too. Inhale, reach both hands up overhead, full body stretch again. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step your right foot back. Drop your right knee. Inhale, rise up. Relax your shoulders. Look up to the sky, keeping the 90-degree bend in this knee. Feeling a little stretch in the right hip. Exhale, hands come back to the floor. You're going to step this left foot back behind you, coming into downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, drop the knees, drop the belly, lower down to the floor. Inhale, peel it up just like before. Exhale, down. Tuck the toes, make your way into downward dog. Send it back, exhale. Right foot lifts up into three-legged dog, so we're extending that leg up into the sky. Trying to keep both shoulders grounded here. Sometimes there's a tendency to opening up the entire body. You want to keep your shoulders level. We're going to step this right foot forward. If you struggle with stepping that foot forward, follow me here. So you're going to let that right foot come to the floor, drop your left knee, and then step the right foot forward. Just like before. Inhale, rise up. Relax the shoulders, look up to the sky. Tucking that tail in. Feeling a stretch in that left hip. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Tuck the left toes under, step forward, forward fold. Relax the head. Knees are bent here, belly touching thighs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, folding again. Next inhale brings you all the way to standing. Reach up, rise up strong. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up, full body stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the head, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, strong, straight legs, straight spine. Exhale, rolling it back down, forward fold. Hands find the floor, step the left foot back, drop the knee. Lifting up on those hands, reach up. Relax the shoulders, look up, inhale. Exhale, hands find the floor. We're going to step this right foot back into our downward dog. Exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, we're going to lower to the floor, dropping the knees, followed by the belly, maybe the chin. Inhale, peeling up a little bit. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, making our way through tabletop into our downward dog again. Left foot reaches up into three-legged dog. Keep those shoulders level once again. So really shooting that leg up. And then stepping this left leg forward. If that's tricky for you, dropping the left foot to the floor and then followed by the right knee, step the left leg forward. Inhale, rise up. Relax the shoulders. Look up. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Tuck the back toes. You're going to step that foot forward, forward fold. Full breath, rise all the way up to standing. Reach up. Exhale, hands come to your heart again. Relax your arms here. We're going to step the right foot back behind us, coming into a warrior stance. So your right toes are turned and your left toes are pointing towards the front of your mat. Get a bend in that front knee. Reach your arms out to your sides. Maybe roll your shoulders down your back. Look in front of you. We're going to bring this left forearm to the top of your left thigh. Reach your right hand up to the sky. Look up. Now you're going to reach this arm towards the front of the room. Still turning your head upward. Full breath in, we'll rise all the way back up to center. Flip your front palm. We're going to do reverse warrior. So right hand can either come to this right thigh or it can scoop around your low back. Whatever you prefer. Reach up behind you. Still, gaze is still upward. And don't forget about the bend in your front knee. Breathe. Exhale, hands will come back to center, back to our warrior two. And straighten through that front leg. Walk your right leg inward a little bit. And as you straighten, hips will kind of shoot back over this back leg. Awesome. From here, you're going to reach this left arm forward. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. When you think you've reached your limit, that left arm is going to come to the inside of that calf. You can have it up here too, it doesn't matter. And then right arm's going to reach up to the sky. If you want to have a block for your hand, you may as well. Breathing. Inhale, we'll rise all the way back up. And then from here, we're going to come into pyramid pose next. So you can walk this back foot in even a little bit more and turn those feet so they're going to be facing the same way as your other leg. So it's kind of like you're just mid-step. You're taking a step forward, kind of. So hips are facing the same direction as your toes. Awesome. This leg is relatively straight. You don't have to lock the knee out, but relatively straight. You can bring your hands to your hips. Find a tall spine here. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to fold forward over this leg. Trying to keep a straight spine at the same time. We'll hold this position here. And then eventually we're going to actually let our spine curve forward. You can bend this knee a little bit if you wish. Kind of coming into a forward fold over this one leg. Relax the head. You can keep your hands on the floor for stability, but if you wish, you can also bring your hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and reach your hands up to the sky. Your next inhale will undo the fingers if you had them. Interlace, slowly make our way up to standing. Maybe come halfway, hands on the hips first. Have a breath here. And then eventually inhale, make your way all the way up to standing. Before we transition into the other leg, let's bring our hands behind our back. And again, draw your hands down towards the floor. Open up your heart. Look up. And then as you exhale, you can come back to center, undo the fingers. Excellent. We'll step the right foot forward. Now we're going to continue on the other side. Shake it out. So now your right leg, I'm going to switch over here. Right leg's going to plant. Left's going to step back for our warrior two on this side. So right toes are pointing forward, left are turned sideways. Reach your arms up to your sides. Gaze over the right middle finger in front of you. Breathing pelvis to collarbones. And again, this right forearm is going to come to the top of your right thigh. Reach the left hand first just up over. It's kind of stacking the shoulders. Look up. Breathe. And then reaching that arm over your ear. Still looking upward. Inhale, we'll rise back up. Flipping the right palm. We're going to come into our reverse warrior. So the left hand can come to the left thigh or scoop around the low back. Reach the right hand up and over. Don't forget about the bend in your front knee and look upward. Breathing. And inhale, you can make your way back to center. Excellent. We'll straighten through this front leg. Walk your back foot in a little bit, keeping it turned sideways. Hips are going to shoot back again. And this time your right arm is going to be the one to reach forward. So reach, 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 reach till you can't no more. And then you're going to let that arm come to the inside of that leg. Left arm's going to reach up, stacking the shoulders once again. Try and keep your chest open. Look up. Amazing. Inhale, rise up slowly. Now pyramid pose again. Walk this left foot inward, turn your toes. Give yourself lots of space. So hips and feet are kind of parallel with one another now. Bring your hands to your hips, find a nice tall spine. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to come halfway, nice straight spine again. Feeling a big stretch in the back of that leg. Breathing pelvis to collarbones. And your next exhale, you can allow yourself to fold forward over this leg. Fingertips can come to the floor. If you wish, hands can come behind the back again. Interlace Reach your arms up to the sky, head downward. Inhale, undo the fingers if you had them interlace. Slowly work your way back up, hands to the hips, straight spine again, halfway. And then inhale, we'll rise up all the way. Awesome. Step the feet together, wiggle it out again if you wish. All right, for the next one, we're gonna come wide-legged. So you can bring your feet, actually reach your hands out, and wherever your wrists are, try to bring your feet approximately underneath of your wrists, just for a proper alignment. Feet are pointing forward. Excellent. From here, what we're going to do is let's bring our hands to our hips, and you're gonna fold forward, again, halfway, just like before. You can bring your fingertips to the floor or to a block. Breathe here. And then what we're going to do is bend in your right knee. We're going to kind of come into a deep squat on the one side. You can let this foot leave the floor. You'll feel a big stretch in that inner thigh. And if you're only up here, wherever you are, it doesn't really matter in the stretch, as long as you're feeling that stretch on your inner thigh. It'll be different for everybody. And then inhale, we're going to transition over to the other side so your fingertips can kind of walk over. Bending in the left knee now, right toes leave the floor. They're pointing upward. Big stretch in that leg again. Inhale, rise up. Moving over to the other side. Exhale as you lower. Have a breath. And then again, inhale, back over to the left side. We'll do one more on each side. Inhale through center, exhale as you lower. Awesome. Inhale, make your way back through center. This time we'll stay here. Fingertips can come to the floor. Plant your left fingertips just underneath of your nose. Reach the right hand up to the sky. Look up. Exhale, center. Inhale, switch sides, reach up. Exhale, back through center again. Excellent. You can have a little bend in your knees. Exhale, fold forward. So you don't really have to have any weight on your hands at this point. Relaxing all the way down. You can bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers again. Reach your hands up to the sky, head down towards the floor. Close your eyes, bring your awareness to your breath. Feel your legs holding you nice and strong in this position. One more full breath. As you exhale, you can undo the fingers. Fingers can come to the floor. Slowly rise up. Maybe come up halfway first on your fingertips. And then bringing your hands to your hips. Slowly rising up. Inhale at the same time. Excellent. You can walk your feet together. Next, we can come into a tabletop position once again. Walk your hands forward a little bit, tuck your toes. We're gonna find downward dog. Pedal it out. If you wanna bend both knees again and extend like before, you may. We're gonna do pigeon pose next. So right leg first, reach your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend that knee. You're gonna plant that knee just behind your right wrist. And then rotate your foot towards the center of your mat. It doesn't really matter how high you can get it, but someplace that's comfortable. If your knees are sensitive, you can fold your mat over and use a little extra cushion. Excellent. Then from here you can kind of step your left foot back, letting your hips come closer to the floor. This pose will look different for everyone, so if you're up here and you're feeling a good stretch and you're comfortable, you can stay here. If you want, you can let your hips sink a little bit more, maybe coming onto your forearms or a block. We'll stay here for a few breaths so you can get relatively comfortable. Close your eyes. And slowly make your way onto your fingertips if you're not there already. Walk that back foot in a little bit. Maybe open up your chest for a quick moment. Look up. Excellent. And then planting the palms, tucking that back toes under. Make our way into downward dog again. Pedal it out. And now over to the left side. Inhale, reach that left foot up into the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, bringing that knee in nice and close and planting it behind that left wrist. Once again, rotating that foot towards the center of your mat. Dropping the right foot, the right knee, and slowly making your way into your pigeon pose. So again, you can stay up on your hands, grab a block, come onto your forearms, whatever is good for your body and is not painful. Close your eyes, notice your breath. And then slowly we'll all make our way onto our fingertips if you're not there already. And again, you can find a little chest opener here. Draw your shoulder blades together behind you. Open up your heart. Look up. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, hands can find the floor. Tuck the back toes under. Send the hips back to your downward dog once more. Pedal it out. You can bend both knees again. Awesome job. Next, we're going to drop the knees. Bring them as wide as your mat. So big toes will be coming together. And your knees are as wide as your mat. And then sending your hips back over your feet. Child's pose, but wide-legged child's pose. Notice your breath. Reach your arms forward, spread your fingers. Inhale, rise up. You can walk your knees back inward towards one another. We're going to come seated. So you can find a wide-legged sitting position. And for this next one, we're going to just walk our hands forward and come into a forward fold, but a seated, wide-legged forward fold. You can let your head hang heavy, maybe sway side to side. And walk your hands over towards your right side. Your right arm can find a spot either on your thigh, on the inside of your leg, or the outside. I like the inside. And then reaching your left arm up overhead. Trying to keep your shoulders stacked and open. We'll get a nice side stretch here. Have a few full breaths. Inhale, rise up through center, and we'll go over to the other side. So again, arm can be on the same spot as you did on the right side. And then right hand reaches up, keeping your shoulders open. Get a nice side stretch here. Look upward. Breathing. Inhale, making our way back through center again. You can bring your legs together. For the next one, I like to have something like slippery under my feet, so you can have socks on if you want, or a shirt or anything, a blanket. Bend your knees inward, bring your belly to your thighs. Reach for your big toes and hook your 2 fingers around your big toes. Find a straight spine. And then trying to keep this straight spine, but also keep your belly touching your thighs. You can slide your feet outward. You'll notice you'll get a hamstring stretch, a gentle hamstring stretch as we do this. And then when you come to a point where you feel like your belly and thighs aren't touching anymore, or you're really rounding forward, then you can let go of your toes, relax your arms, and we're actually going to let our head relax down, so we are going to round our spine forward. Maybe bringing your nose to your knees, or just letting it hang. You can sway your head side to side. Trying to keep your belly touching your thighs again, just like before. you notice maybe your hamstrings have opened up since we entered the pose, you can slide your feet out a little bit more. Inhale, you can slowly rise up. If you want to shake your legs out for a moment, you may. We're going to make our way onto our backs. You can bend your knees, give yourself a big hug, so hugging your knees into your chest. You can wrap your arms around your legs if you wish. Maybe rocking side to side a little bit, give your low back a massage. And then reaching for your big toes. We're going to come into happy baby. So for this one, your legs are going to separate from one another. Legs are still bent. And then trying to drive your knees downward towards the floor or towards your shoulders. If this is too tricky for you, you can bring your hands to the inside of your knees and hold there. Again, you can rock side to side if you wish. Remember to breathe. We'll bring our feet together like they're giving each other a high five or butterfly legs. So your legs are still, your knees are still spread apart from one another. Reach for your ankles, or you can reach for your feet and interlace the fingers around. And kind of pull those feet in towards center. Still keeping your head relaxed on the floor. Knees are splaying away from one another. Close your eyes, breathe. Whenever you're ready, you can actually let those feet just find the floor. You can keep your butterfly legs position. If you want, you can reach your hands overhead. Get a nice big stretch, or maybe reach for opposite elbows and relax for a moment. And eventually you can stay like this for as long as you wish, maybe for the rest of the practice. Or if you want to have a shavasana today, you can bring your hands by your sides and slowly extend the legs out. In shavasana, we have our hands flipped upward. Our palms are flipped upward. Feet can fall away from one another. Maybe give your armpits space to breathe and your thighs space to breathe. Close the eyes. Allow your breath to return back to its natural rhythm. Maybe scanning through the body and looking for any things that still don't quite feel comfortable, and you can make those adjustments. Feeling yourself supported by the earth and allowing yourself giving yourself the permission to relax, to forget about the events of the day, kind of drift away. We'll stay here for a few moments, so just relax. You don't have to watch the video, nothing's going to change. You can take a full breath in, filling the belly with air. Maybe waking the body up a little bit. You can wiggle your fingers and toes, rotate the ankles and wrists. Maybe reaching your hands up overhead and get a full body stretch. And we'll roll over to our right side. With your eyes closed, just observe how you feel. Observe your minds, your thoughts. And bringing your left hand to the floor just in front of your face. You can use that hand to kind of help yourself get up to a seated position. Trying to hold on to this calmness that we've created. Find a comfortable seat, tall spine, relax your hands on the tops of your thighs. Bringing your awareness back to your body, back to your center. Establishing a connection with our breath. Breathing intentionally. So trying to breathe into the pelvis, belly, chest, all the way to the collarbones. And as you exhale, engaging the abdominal and pelvic muscles, kind of pushing the air out. And then inhale, releasing those muscles, inviting the air back in. Maybe visualizing the breath, filling the body like a glass of water from the bottom to the top, nice and slow. And as you exhale, it's just like the water is pouring out from the top to the bottom. You can flutter the eyes open. Amazing practice. Thank you for joining me. From my heart to yours, namaste.